Now let us start problem number 6. We can see the problem. The distance between the projectors of 2 points A and B is 70 mm. We have data of point A, similarly point B. Point A is 10 mm above HP and 15 mm in front of VP. Point B is 50 mm above HP and 40 mm in front of VP. Find the length of AB, that means true length of AB, and measure true inclinations and apparent inclinations. So this is the problem. So if we coming to the projections of this particular line, initially we can mark point A 10 mm above the HP, similarly 15 mm in front of VP means that is below the reference line. Point B 50 mm above HP, that means 50 mm above the reference line, 40 mm in front of VP means 40 mm below the reference line. So initially we can construct four points, that means we can mark 4 points according to these particular details. Then we can construct 4 locus line, that means locus of A dash, locus of B dash above the reference line, similarly locus of A, locus of B below the reference line. According to this particular data we can construct these locus lines. Yeah, here this one is reference line, above reference line that is vertical plane, below reference line portion is horizontal plane. So here if you coming to the first end point, that means point A, that is located 10 mm above HP and 15 mm in front of VP. So 15 mm below the reference line, we can mark a point, then construct the locus line. So this is locus of small a, that is top U. Point A can comes on this line, locus line. Similarly, we can mark a point 10 mm above the reference line, because here point A is located 10 mm above the HP. So here we can construct locus line, that is 10 mm above the reference line. So we should use 2H pencil properly for all lines. And next step, we can mark a point anywhere on this line. Suppose we have point A dash on this particular line. So we can project that particular point to meet locus of A. So we can project it downwards to meet locus of A. So here we will be getting a point. So that is the top U. So here we can give name, that is small a. So here we can write locus name also. This is locus of A dash and this one is locus of A. So in this way we can write locus names also. And similarly we have the data of point B also, that is 50 mm above HP, similarly 40 mm in front of VP. So 50 mm above the reference line we should construct locus of B dash, similarly 40 mm below the reference line we should construct locus of B. That is what I am going to construct. So simply here I can mark a point 50 mm above the HP. Yes, this is 50 mm above the reference line. Then construct the line, that is locus line, passing through that particular point. So this line is representing locus of B dash. That means at the end of the problem we will be getting point B dash on this particular line. Similarly, this point is 40 mm in front of the VP. So from the reference line, we can mark a point 40 mm below the reference line. Then construct the locus line. Locus lines must be parallel to the reference line always. So here I can say this is locus of B. So at the end of the problem, small b can comes on this particular line. So in this way we can mark the point. Similarly, we can draw the locus lines. But if we coming to the given data, the distance between the projectors of 2 points, that means A dash to A, B dash to B, that gap is 70 mm. So let me show you this one in the reference problem. So here A dash to A, that is one projector. Similarly, B dash to B, that is second projector. So in the given data, the distance between these two projector lines that is available, that gap is 70 mm. So we are going to mark a point 70 mm away from this particular point in this particular problem number 6. Yes, already here we have point A projector line. So next step, we have to construct or we have to mark a point on the reference line. From the first projector line, we should mark a point 70 mm away from the first projector, that means projector of A. So here we can construct a line, a point, mark a point. Then passing through this particular point, and meeting to the upper locus line, that means locus of B dash, bottom locus line, that is locus of B. We should construct the line. So this is the projector of A, this is the projector of B. This gap is 70 mm. So that is the that is available in the given data. So here I can show this dimension. This is 70 mm. Yes, here this particular point becomes B dash, because at the end of the problem we will be getting two projectors. So this is B dash, similarly this is small b. So if we join A dash with B dash, we will be getting front view directly. Similarly, if we join A and B with the HB pencil, we will be getting top view. So we can join it with the help of HB pencil. Only AB and A dash to B dash line with HB pencil. Remaining all lines are 2H lines. So here we should highlight this line. Similarly, this particular line also. Yeah, here A dash, B dash, AB. These are the views, front view and top view. And next here, this inclination, I can say this is alpha. This one is beta. Inclination of the view, top view with reference line, that is beta. Inclination of the front view with respect to the reference line, that is alpha. And next step, we should find out true length. That is the aim of the problem. So we can move to the find, that means so that is about true length. So for that purpose, when we are having true length, we should project it. Let me write it. When we are having true length, we should project it. Then we will be getting view length. Then we can rotate. Then we will be getting view. But if we coming to this problem, we have view. So we have to rotate it. Then we will be getting view length. Similarly, we have to project it so that we will be getting true length. So in the opposite procedure, we should move in this particular problem. Up to the problem number 5, we have followed this procedure. True length, project, we will get view length. Similarly, rotate, then we will be getting view. But if we coming to this problem, view is available. So from the view, we can rotate, then we will be getting view length. Then we can project, then we will be getting true length. That is what we are going to do in this particular problem. So that is aim of the problem is finding the true length. So here we can rotate this one. First step is from view we have to rotate. That is first step. So that we will be getting view length. Then in the second step we have to project it. So that we will be getting true length. So here I am taking front view dimension as radius. Yes, this front view dimension A dash to B dash dimension as radius. Point A dash as center. Just rotate it. So whenever we rotate, this particular number is having number. So sorry, this particular point will be having number after the rotation has been completed. So according to this problem, we have this line. So if we rotate this one, we will be getting B2 dash. Similarly, we can give the B2 dash here. Here we can give B2 dash. And let me show you the rotation also. And after that, we can project this particular point. We can project B2 dash to meet locus of B. We can project it to meet locus of B. So after the projection has been completed, this one is moving downwards, that means top view into the top view. So dash will be removed. So here we will be getting B2 only. So if we join B2 with A, we will be getting true length. So we can use H pencil for the purpose of joining A with B2. I can say this is true length and we have to measure true length here. So here I am getting true length dimension, that is 85 mm. Here I am getting 85 mm true length. So that is our aim of the problem. So we can show this one also. And similarly we can follow the same procedure. We can rotate top view upwards. This is AB. We can rotate it upwards to meet locus of A. So after the rotation has been completed, number will be added to that particular letter. So B becomes B1. So we are rotating this one upwards, B1. Then once we got B1, we can project it upwards to meet locus of B dash. We can project it to meet locus of B dash this way. And here we have projected this one downwards. So after the projection has been completed, B1 becomes B1 dash, because this one is moving into the front view portion. B1 dash. Then we can join B1 dash with A dash. So automatically we will be getting true length. And this line also showing same dimension. Must be showing same dimension. That means 85 only. Below the reference line 85. Above the reference line true length also 85. Otherwise our problem become wrong. Yeah, we should use 2H H pencil for the purpose of true length. Here there is no place above the line, that is why here I am writing here. This one is true length, that is equal to 85 mm. So if we coming to the inclinations, the true length inclination with respect to the reference line, that is theta, we have to measure, and similarly we have to write at this particular position or separately, that is your wish. Similarly, if we coming to the inclination of the front view, this one is front view, inclination of the front view line with respect to the reference line, that is denoted by alpha. We have to measure it, similarly write it here. And if we coming to the bottom portion, this is the true length below the reference line, inclination of the true length below the with respect to the reference line, that is denoted by phi. We have to measure, similarly write it here. And next, if we coming to the top view inclination with respect to the reference line, that is denoted by beta. Measure it and write it here. So this is about problem number 6 solution. Now this is the final view according to the given dimensions. I have shown the dimensions also. 50 mm above HP, 50 mm in front of VP, that is about point B, and 15 mm in front of VP, 10 mm above HP, that is about point A details. And now let us move to the problem number 7, that is last problem. Yes, if you come into the problem number 7, the midpoint of a straight line AB is 60 mm above HP. Up to the problem number 6, we have the details of endpoints of the line only. But if we come into this particular problem, we are having the details of midpoint of the straight line. Midpoint of a straight line AB is 60 mm above HP and 50 mm in front of VP. That means M dash can comes 60 mm above the reference line, so that we will be getting locus of M dash also passing through that particular point. Similarly, 50 mm in front of VP. So small m can comes 50 mm below the reference line according to the first angle projections. Up to that particular point, that is about midpoint details. The line measure 80 mm long. That means that is the true length of the line. And inclined at an angle 30 degrees to HP. Line is 30 degrees inclined to HP. That is denoted by theta. And 45 degrees inclined to VP. That is denoted by phi. Draw its projections. Yeah, this is about given details of this particular problem. And here, if we come into the projections, we can see here the details of the given data. That is true length of the line is available 80 mm. Similarly, inclination of the line with respect to the horizontal plane, that is 30 degrees. With respect to the vertical plane, that is 45 degrees. And if we come into the given line, that is 80 mm line, I can say the length, the name of this particular line, that is AB. But if we coming to this particular problem, we have the details of midpoint of the line. So midpoint, that is located 40 mm away from A, similarly 40 mm above, away from B. So here we should construct locus of A dash, locus of M dash, locus of B dash above the reference line. Similarly, locus of A, locus of M, locus of B below the reference line. Initially we can do that particular thing. Similarly, small m that is located 60 mm above HP. So we can mark a point 60 mm above the horizontal plane initially. So here this is 60 mm above HP. So I can say this is small m dash. And if we project this one onto the reference line, similarly if we extend the same projector line 50 mm below the reference line, we will be getting small m. That means that is the top view of the point m. So 60 mm above the reference line, small m dash. We can project this particular point with 2H pencil onto the reference line, and next extend the same projectors 50 mm below the reference line, that is in front of VP, small m in front of the VP. So here we can give point m. So this is about projections of point m according to the given data we have drawn. And similarly, after the construction of points has been completed, next we should draw the locus lines passing through those points. So here I can draw the locus line, locus of small m. This is locus of small m, and next here we can draw locus of m dash. So let me write it here. This is locus of m dash, and this is locus of small m. So in this way we can write it. And next once we got locus lines, we can use the inclinations with respect to the horizontal plane, that is 30 degrees. Similarly, inclination with respect to the vertical plane, that is 45 degrees. So always inclination with respect to the horizontal plane, that one can comes above the reference line. So we can construct true length of the line, that is 80 mm line with 30 degrees inclination, so that here midpoint must be located at this particular point. So here above this locus of m dash we will be having 40 mm, below the locus of m dash we will be having another 40. So let me construct that one. So here we should use protractor carefully, don't use mini drafter because that is having some minor errors. So with the help of protractor I can mark 30 degrees here. Yes, here I have marked a point with 30 degrees, that is with the help of protractor. Don't use mini drafter for the purpose of marking this one, because mini drafter is having minor errors. Use protractor carefully. And next here we can set the drafter with these particular 2 points, that is m dash to 30 degrees particular point. Then we should construct 80 mm line here, such that 40 placed above the locus line, another 40 can comes below the locus line. So here 40. Yeah, this is 40, and here I am using H pencil for the purpose of constructing this line, because this is the true length of the line. Yes, this one with H pencil. And once we completed this one, here we should give the naming. This one is A1 dash and this is B1 dash. So again we got points, so we should construct locus lines passing through these 2 points also. Here first locus line passing through B1 dash. Similarly, second locus line passing through A1 dash. Locus lines always parallel to the reference line, that means horizontal line, and we can mention here this is locus of B dash, not B1 dash, because at the end of the problem we will be getting B dash on this line. Similarly, here we can write locus of A dash, because at the end of the problem we will be getting small a dash on this particular line. Similarly, we can we can construct the true length with 45 degrees inclination below the reference line, because the inclination with VP, that is 45 degrees. So here I have marked a point with 45 degrees inclination. In this way we have to mark. Yes, this is showing 45 degrees inclination, 45 degrees. So after that we can construct 80 mm line. Again, If we coming to the 80 mm, we have to set the drafter with 45 degrees. Yes, and here we should construct 80 mm line. That means 40 below locus of M, of another 40 above locus of M. So if we come into this line end points, here we can give the naming, that is A2, this point is B2. So we can draw the locus lines. Once we got points in any problem, once we got points, we can construct locus lines. That is it. So this is the locus of, this is locus of small b. Similarly, this is locus of small a. So here I can write the locus of a. Similarly, locus of small b. That is over. And next step, and let me show you the inclination also. Here this is phi, that is equal 45 degrees. Similarly, if we coming to this line, this is inclined 30 degrees inclined to the horizontal plane. Theta is equal 30 degrees, and we can show these dimensions also. Later we can show these dimensions. And in the next step, we should take so in this up to this particular step, here we have finished true length construction. That is over. This is TL. Let me write TL, that is equal to 80 here. Similarly, this line also TL, that is equal to 80. Here I am showing TL is equal to 80. That is over. But if we coming to the projections of this particular line, when we are having true lengths, we should project it into the other plane. Similarly, rotate it so that we will be getting the view. Simple. We are having true length, so we should project it onto the locus of M dash. Remember this point, because we are having the data about M. So that is why we should project this point onto the locus of M dash, not onto the locus of A dash. Remember this point. And similarly, after the projection has been completed, B2 becomes B2 dash. And next same, we can project the point that is B1 dash onto the locus of M. So here I have projected this one upwards and this one downwards. Remember this point. So once the projection of B1 dash completed, dash will be removed. So here we will be having B1. So now by means of rotating view, that means by means of rotating this one, we will be getting the view. So M to B1 dimension as radius, M as center, rotate it to meet or to intersect locus of B. So here we will be getting intersection point. So once the rotation has been completed, number will be removed. Number will be removed. So we will be getting B here. Now join B with M. Similarly, extend the same line to meet locus of A. So here we got a point. Set the drafter with B and M and join this one with M. We should use HB pencil here properly because this is the top view. So in this way we can join it. Yes. And if we come into this point, here it is B. So other end of this line, that is that becomes small a. This one becomes small a. So AB, that is representing top view. Only this line with dark pencil. Okay. And if we coming to the inclination of the top view with respect to the reference line, we can show that inclination also. That is denoted by small. That is beta. This is denoted by beta. We have to measure this inclination and write it here. And similarly, if we coming to the front view half length is available at at locus of M dash. We can take M dash to B2 dash dimension as radius, point M dash as center, rotate it. So here we have rotated the line in this way. So upwards. So after the rotation has been completed, number will be removed, so that we will be getting b dash here. And next set the drafter with b dash and small m dash, and draw the join b dash with m dash, join b dash with m dash, and extend the same line downwards to meet locus of a dash, locus of a dash. So here we have b dash, so this particular point becomes a dash. And similarly, if we coming to the inclination, true length inclination, that is denoted by theta, and front view inclination with respect to the reference line, that is denoted by alpha. Let me show you that inclination also. Yeah, this is alpha. And next step, we should join a dash with a, similarly b dash with b. So that time those lines must be perpendicular to the reference line, otherwise your problem is wrong. So here this line is representing projector of a dash a. This is perpendicular to the reference line. Similarly, here if we coming to the b dash to b, this line also must be perpendicular to the reference line. Yeah, here this one also perpendicular to the reference line. At the end of the problem, we should join a dash with a, b dash with b. Those lines must be perpendicular to the reference line and must be parallel to each other. And this is about the final view of this particular problem. And let me show you the given dimensions also. This is the final view of the projections of the line AB according to the given dimensions. And here I have shown the dimensions, given dimensions also. And yeah, this is about projections of the lines when the line is inclined to both horizontal plane and vertical plane. And if you like my explanation, please do subscribe and click on the like symbol, and similarly share with your friends. Thank you each and everyone. Thanks for watching.